Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today I'd like to talk about the topic of sexual chemistry and how you can detect that or analyze that in a Bazi chart, so in an astrology chart. The first thing, obviously, you need to plot your Bazi chart. You can do that anywhere online. There are plenty of free Bazi plotters. And then you need to check the hour pillar, the pillar that I circled here in red on that slide. So this is the time of birth. So the time of birth, the hour of birth usually determines the kind of sexual preferences you have. And if you compare that with the hour of birth of your partner, your friend with benefits, your spouse, then you can analyze whether you're actually sexually compatible or not, and what you need to do to be more sexually compatible. So we usually distinguish between three groups of people, and they are called the growth stars, the cardinal stars, and the graveyard stars. So let's start with the cardinal stars. If you are born in the hour of the rat, the horse, the rabbit, or the rooster, then you belong to this group, the cardinals. And the cardinals are the old school romantics. Yeah, everything needs to be set up just so, with candlelight in a very romantic setting. They take sexual activity very seriously, in the sense that everything just needs to be perfect. The atmosphere needs to be right, and there may have to be nice music, and it's a complete production. And they cannot, or very rarely do they distinguish between love and sex. For them, this is all the same, which is why for cardinals, it's very, very difficult to have one-night stands or just casual flings, because they immediately get emotionally attached as well. So these are not people who have a lot of friends with benefits, because it gets serious quite quickly. And so they usually stick with one partner, or if you're single, maybe you have several partners that you share sexual experiences with, but it's all fairly serious and it's all a full package. Yeah. So this is what they prefer. Now, the growth stars are those who have the monkey, the tiger, the snake, or the pig in the hour pillar. And the growth stars belong to those people who are very adventurous. They like fun, passionate relationships. It doesn't have to be too serious. They like to explore their sexuality, and they love role play. They love exciting scenarios. They like to have spontaneous sexual adventures as well. So for them, it's not as serious as for the cardinals. Yeah. Although it doesn't mean that they cannot have, that they don't enjoy the full package that the cardinals provide, but it's not something that they would like to do every time. Yeah, they get bored very easily. The growth stars get bored very easily. You need to keep them entertained. So that's why they're very good when it comes to excitement, fun, role play, these kind of things. Yeah, they like to play dress up, and they just enjoy new experiences. That doesn't mean that they only have one-night stands, quite the contrary. So if you get two growth stars together and they just love to explore, it can be a very, very stable relationship, including sexual relationships. Yeah. And then finally, we have the graveyard stars. It sounds much more serious than it actually is. Yeah, so it's not like it's all bad. The graveyard stars are those that belong to the ox, the dragon, the goat, and the ox, dragon, goat, let me check, and the dog. Sorry, I just blanked out there. So ox, dragon, goat, and dog. If you're born in any of those hours, then you have the most sexual stamina. Yeah, so they can go all night. And they are very good at separating love from sex. So for them, the two are not equal, which is why they very rarely have sexual compatibility with the cardinal stars. The cardinal stars, they cannot separate the two. Whereas for the graveyard stars, those are two completely separate things. Love and sex are completely separate things. And they all have some sort of fetish or some sort of weird kinky side. Whether or not they express it is a whole different story. They may just dream about certain things or fantasize about certain things. They may not openly express it, but if they are in a relationship or in a partnership where they feel very safe and secure, then they will come out with that. And they all have something, some sort of a fetish, maybe a foot fetish, or maybe they are into bondage or BDSM or anything like that. Yeah. So if they are in a trusting relationship or with a partner where they feel like they can open up, that will come out. Now, in terms of sexual compatibility, the growth stars are compatible with anyone, whether it's a cardinal, another growth, or a graveyard star, because they just like to explore, they like to have different experiences. So for them, that's all fine. And the cardinal stars have the most difficult time when it comes to sexual compatibility, because they are just so dead set on having this whole setup, this whole production, everything needs to be combined, love and sex is all the same. So they usually stick to other cardinal stars. They are somewhat compatible with growth stars as well, but not that much. So as far as sexual chemistry and compatibility is concerned, the growth stars, they like everything, they like everyone, so they are the luckiest ones when it comes to that aspect. So go and plot your chart and that one of your partner, have a look at what you guys like and how you can spice up your sex life. Yeah, and if you have any further questions, then just contact me. My contact details are in the notes below.